Hello everyone, this is Disciple Tarot here with a new video. We are going to be looking at life lessons today. Specifically, I want to look at, with the first card, in your reading of course, the life lesson itself, what you've learned so far, that will be in the second card. And then the third card will be what else is there to learn. So the lesson itself, what you've learned so far, and what else there still is to learn. So while I shuffle the cards, I actually want to mention about the live streaming that I've been talking about in pretty much all my videos for a little while now. So we have, just for those of you who haven't heard, we have surpassed 50 subscribers by a milestone. We are actually, at the time of this recording at least, we are just fast approaching 100 subscribers. I think I'm at like 95, 96, something like that. So we are at 100 subscribers essentially. So guys, that is so amazing. I really appreciate you joining the tribe and wanting to get more of my content. I'm glad that my videos are helping you. I'm really starting to get comments of, kind words from you guys and just how they're helping you and what you like about my reading style and things like that. So I really do appreciate it. And so I want to mention that I plan on doing a live stream, the first live stream for your free readings this week. So if you could, please let me know down in the comments when you would like this to occur. I'm thinking basically Friday night, or I'd like to stay away from Saturday nights because I myself am busy, but also I know a lot of you will be busy on the weekends. So I'm thinking more of maybe a Friday night or a Sunday night, probably Sunday, maybe even Monday night. So just let me know down in the comments when you would like these live streams to occur, because I do plan on doing them once a week. So if you could just let me know, that would be great. I would appreciate the feedback. Otherwise, I will just continue to update you guys as I think about this a little bit during this week's videos. And then we can, do that live stream and you guys can get your free reading. So anyway, enough talk. Let us get your cards for today's reading. We got the Moon. We got the Five of Wands. This third card's taking a second to come out. There we go. And the Page of Cups. So, the Page of Cups. So please just take a second to see which card you are drawn to, and that will be your reading. You can find the timestamps below. I will see you guys in just a second. If you were drawn to the Moon card, then more than likely right now you are going through a lot of, soul searching in a way, deep diving into the subconscious, dealing with fears, illusions, things of that nature. And since this reading is about a life lesson, then very much this life lesson of yours is tied into these fears, these illusions that you're being presented with. So I want you to look at this card and sort of see yourself between these 2 points here, and what sort of narrow path, what sort of, you know, uh, what sort of destination, there you go, that's kind of what I'm looking for. What sort of destination are you trying to achieve currently? And, what sort of fears and things are blocking the path? So what sort of path are you on? Very much this is a card to be, not to be reckoned with. Because fears and the subconscious and even, dreams, bad dreams, things like that, those are, very heavy forces. They can be heavy forces in our life. And so if you were drawn to this card, then you're dealing with a lot of those things. Let's get the first card, which will be the life lesson itself. What life lesson are you dealing with? You got one of the special cards, one of the special Major Arcana cards in this deck. You got Spiritual Guide. So essentially, you can take this card literally in that your life lesson is about finding someone to be a guide for you. This could be literally tarot or anything else, but this is finding someone that can be of help to you. Someone that can benefit your life today through their good works, through their intuition, through their knowledge, their wisdom. This is turning to someone in your life. Think about it. Seeing this card here, not everyone's going to have some sort of literal spiritual figure in their life necessarily. Someone who does tarot, for example. But, this is turning to someone that can help you with this situation. The life lesson is about being more connected to the spirit. And so looking at this card, this could literally mean being connected to, again, someone in your life, or finding someone to, become a part of your life and help you with this spirituality that you may be struggling with, for example. Or this is simply a message saying that you need to be out, just in general, you need to be more spiritual. You need to have a deeper connection with your soul, with your intentions, with the divine, with God, whatever your beliefs are. There is a need here for you to have a better spiritual connection. And that may be something that you're lacking. So let's get the next card. This will be, what have you learned so far? Because this is a lesson that you've probably already been dealing with. So what have you learned so far? As little as it might be, what have you learned? I feel what you've learned is a lot. You have the World card, and that itself is the universe, but basically what you've learned can be so all-encompassing. You have learned to embrace the divine. So you're already past, thinking of this as like a few steps or something, like a 3-step sort of process. You're already past step 1 and maybe even step 2, in the sense that you have found someone in your life to help you with this, or you have, for whatever, in whatever way and by whatever means, you have become more connected to yourself spiritually. Maybe you have found God. Maybe you have encountered God. I could go on and on about my own personal journey with discovering God and just his kingdom and his grace and his love and just the things that I have experienced in my life and what they really mean. You know, I could go on and on about that, but you know, I'm not gonna, you know, do that and uh, fluff up this reading or distract from the main points, because this is your reading. You know, this is about you, and so I want to focus on that. So, you know, for in whatever ways you have possibly already, like I said, encountered someone to help you with this, or you have become connected to the higher realms in whatever way, and you are feeling good. You have learned, like this card here, you know, being the world, you have learned to embrace the totality of the universe, of what it means. Again, your perspective on things, you know, like whether you're, you know, an outright Christian or something else, you know, that you see the world in this new way, or are beginning to at least. Because the world is a lot, so there's a lot to understand and a lot to, you know, keep in your head, essentially. So, you know, keep track of. So, yes, you have learned a lot. And you're still learning, right? Because the learning process never ends. We're always learning new things. So, let's get the third card, though, to give us some more information. And that is, what else is there for you to learn? Specifically, what is there that you should be focusing on? What else is there for you to learn? That was too many cards. I'm not taking that. The Wheel of Fortune. As it says on the card, good luck, change. You know, this is embracing movement. This is embracing cycles. This is seeing life in cycles. So this could literally represent that there are certain things in your life that you are having to embrace. There are certain things that you are needing to let go of, perhaps. Because cycles is going to refer to all of that. This isn't a card specifically on like letting go. That would be more like the Eight of Cups or something like that. But this card is about cycles and recognizing them. It is about recognizing change, the turning of the tide. It is understanding how the world works, which is in cycles. So if you have this spiritual guide, you know, we talked about that, and you are you've learned a lot and you're embracing this new perspective, this new world, essentially, then this Wheel of Fortune card then is about embracing change. That is something you are still learning to understand. Well, you see the world in this new way, and it makes, you know, fills you with light and makes you happy, and it gives you better clarity on how you can better live, you know, a productive and happy life for yourself and with friends and family and so forth. This Wheel of Fortune card, though, is a reminder that you still need to learn. There are still steps here to learn. You have reached the 10 in your learning process, but that is letting you know that there is still more to learn, essentially. And what that specifically is on fortune itself. It is on change. So you need to be able to let things go when it's appropriate. You need to embrace new things when it's appropriate. You need to evolve when it is appropriate, and you need to stay still and silent when it is appropriate. All of those philosophical concepts, I guess, that is what you are learning with this Wheel of Fortune. I don't mean to make it vague, but of course this is a general reading, so I need it to be able to resonate with all of you as much as I can. And so this is your reading. This greater spiritual connection, this greater understanding and, perspective of the world, and then learning. Literally what you have to learn is very much. This is a reminder that there is a lot for you to learn, and it is about the natural cycles of life. All right, guys, so this is your reading. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you would like any more specifics on this, or if you would like to book a private session with me one-on-one, you can find my email below. Otherwise, you can find my PayPal if you would like to donate. That helps me get new decks and such for the channel. Other than that, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Remember, let me know for the live streaming I want to try out this week. Let me know what day would work for you. I already know it will be in the evening, just so as many people can join, so that as many people can join as possible. But let me know what day would really work for you guys, just to give me a little bit of an idea of your schedules. I know it's not going to be completely accurate because there's a lot of you. There's already going to be 100 of you soon. So anyway, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. There's possibly a lot of fighting going on for you guys who picked the second card, the Five of Wands. Now, I'm glad if you did pick this card, obviously if you're drawn to it, just because, there's some stigma around this card and being a bad thing. And while that certainly is the case, I mean, dealing with issues, right? In this case, conflict, let's just say whatever it is. I'll say I don't have the rest of the cards yet. But dealing with conflict is important. You can't just let conflict stay on the surface. You can't just let conflict persist. All it's going to do is create more negative emotions and, breaking hearts and, freaking people out and causing more fighting and, just feelings of anger, whatever. It's just causing more conflict. So if you were drawn to this card, then there is some sort of conflict around this life lesson of yours. Whatever it is, also we haven't gotten into it, but there is some sort of conflict. Whether that's literally with just multiple people or multiple directions that you want to go. Maybe you're confused on the lesson itself and what it means. And so that's what what the Five of Wands is indicating for you. It's going to vary. But it has something to do with conflict. So what is the life lesson? That will be the first card right here. What is the life lesson? We got the Eight of Coins. Work, learning a new skill, progress, work ethic, achievement. So this life lesson is about being dutiful, if that's the word. I think that's the word. It is being, having a strong work ethic. There's a need for you to work, whatever that is, literally just doing your job or just referring to your responsibilities in your life. There is a need to work. And the lesson is for you to be better at it. So it's a pretty simple lesson. It's actually pretty straightforward. There's just a need to be more of an authority figure for yourself. The 8 is a very authoritative number, and of coins being the earth element, being about material possessions, money, finances, career, things like that, then this is basically you're being the 8, literally the 8 of coins, 8 of the coins. You are being more of an authoritative force for yourself in your life. Now, this could refer to you or someone else being authoritative for others, of course, because others are involved in our lives, and especially in the earthly realm. But The point is, this is some sort of ethic that you are needing to learn. So what have you learned so far about the Eight of Coins? That's what will be the next card. We got the Five of Coins. So, you're essentially pulling yourself up by your bootstraps in this situation is what I'm kind of seeing. So the Five of Coins, there is a strong need to rise above poverty. And of course, poverty itself can vary. That word itself can vary of what that means for you guys. Literally, you could have been destitute in some fashion, and only of recently you're really working on digging yourself out of a hole maybe you created, or that was created by financial strains from family members, whatever the case is. You have risen, or maybe even more accurately, you are rising with the Eight of Coins. You are rising to the surface to get a catch of fresh air, to finally breathe, to get out of this, again, like destitution here with the Five of Coins. You are rising from a misfortune, from a bad situation. You are rising, and you are needing to meet newer expectations of yourself, probably that you're placing on yourself, but they are nonetheless important. And that would be the Eight of Coins. So you are rising with this Five of Coins. This is where you were at your lowest, and you learned to deal with this situation. But the Eight of Coins is teaching you right now to rise above it. Something as simple as better spending habits, budgeting for yourself, or maybe leaving a dead-end career. That could be the Five of Coins, a dead-end career, and finding a more prosperous one with Eight of Coins. So you can see how this can vary for everyone. I always will encourage you guys to look at the imagery yourselves and to see what thoughts and such are conjured up by looking at them, because that will help you make this reading more specific for you, considering that it is a general reading. So let's get the next card, and this card will be, what else is there to learn? What else is there for you to learn about this situation? I would say it's about being honest in some ways. You have the Seven of Swords, which literally is sneakiness, thievery, backstabbing, bad intentions. And so if this is what you have to learn, then this could literally be that you were involved in a sort of sneaky situation. You were the victim of a crime, for example, a backstabbing by a friend or a colleague, something that left you in this negative position of the Five of Coins. And so now you are learning to better trust yourself and to work towards a better future for yourself. That's an example. But this could also represent you, the Seven of Swords. You were being sneaky, you were being a thief. And you led yourself, sort of through karmic means, to this negative situation of the Five of Coins. And now you are, again, picking yourself up by your bootstraps, and you are resolving the situation. You are fixing the situation. The Seven of Swords is about, the way I want to word it, basically, I'll go with this just because I think it's the most accurate way of putting it, what I'm trying to say anyway, and that is of ill intentions. You see that there's like a camp that this figure is sneaking away from. They're leaving two swords behind, and they're sort of looking back, but they have five swords gathered with them, and they're leaving. So there is this intention of, well, literally theft here. But, leaving the two swords behind, it's also about incompleteness. In this case, this thief didn't steal everything. There's still some things present. So this could literally be a situation for you where you robbed yourself of opportunities. That's what I'm trying to get at with the ill intention. There was, whether it was intentional or not, of course, will vary, but you mistook an opportunity, misunderstood some situation, and you robbed yourself of some opportunity. While you were getting away thinking you were scot-free, you essentially missed out on something. And again, that led to this downfall here with the Five of Coins, and now you are learning to rise again with the Eight of Coins. This will vary for all of you, but this is basically a situation where you were put into a bad situation, the Five of Coins, through the ill means of someone else or your own mistakes, your own bad behavior. You were a criminal of some kind, for example. So someone else or you did something wrong, and that led to this bad situation, or simply, fed the negativity of the situation. And then now you are in a place where you're trying to rise up. So if you are truly in a position where you are trying to rise up and trying to fix yourself in the situation with the Eight of Coins, then good job, because you are doing good. You can succeed. I believe in you, and you most certainly must believe in yourself if you want to succeed. And that is your reading, guys. That is all I have for you today. If you would like any more specifics on this reading, then please shoot me an email at the email that I have written down below. Or if you would just like to book a private session, you can do that as well. There is my PayPal if you would like to donate. That helps me get new decks and such for the channel. Otherwise, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, let me know what day of the week would work for you with the live streaming I want to do this week. Just trying to get an idea from you guys what your schedules are like. I have an idea for time, but the day is what I'm trying to figure out. So yeah, if you could just let me know that would be great. Otherwise, yes, this is your reading. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. You are better trying to understand and possibly communicate your emotions if you are drawn to the third card, the Page of Cups. Honestly, this card is, like it says on the card, this deck, the Simplicity Tarot, definitely is pretty direct with its messages. And it says emotional message and a surprise. So, this is definitely about surprises, about emotional communication, about receiving news on, love or friendship or community. It is, the emotional realm in communication, and also sort of in newness. So, since the page is kind of like the Fool energy, where it is very new and very innocent and very... I don't want to say small, but very up and coming. It's growing. It's ready. It has potential. So if you are drawn to this card, then there is certainly something in your life regarding this life lesson that is about the emotions. Something about communicating emotions. So let's get the first card right here. What is the life lesson itself? So you're learning about commitment in a way, stability, companionship. The Four of Wands is about, as it says on the card, it's about like a celebration. It is, in this case, almost like a marriage, a party, something to represent or communicate the idea of something, serious, something well-intentioned, something big, something dramatic, So again, a marriage, a commitment of some kind. And so these are the things that are communicated by the Four of Wands. So your life lesson is about something about stability and commitment. So an example could be that you are getting ready to tie the knot. And so your life lesson is about better being able to communicate or commit to the other person. You know, that's just an example, but pretty good one. Let's get the next card, card number 2, and this will be what you have learned so far. What have you learned so far with the Four of Wands? Wow. The Knight of Cups. So you essentially have like, I mean, in the case of this being a love reading, which I'll kind of use that as the example because it would be a little easier to explain, there is something that you have learned to communicate. We still have the Page of Cups, but with the Knight of Cups, essentially, romance you have down. You are able to empathetically communicate your feelings, your beliefs to others without there being any issue. If this is about a romantic person, then you are able to communicate yourself, romantically speaking, and get through to the other person. You are able to make their heart skip a beat, essentially. You are the knight. You are the Knight of Cups. You are able to do this very well for your partner. Or again, if this is about, something more platonic, just about communicating your feelings more effectively, then that is communicated by, that is better communicated by the Knight of Cups. So let us get the next card. And the third card is about what else there still is to learn about this lesson, about the Four of Wands. So we know what you've learned so far. You're essentially able to directly communicate what you feel without issue. And this whole reading is about being sort of new to love, or it's focused on, it has been, that is, focused on the situation of love and communicating the emotions. And so it started out as the Page, and now you transitioned to the Knight of Cups, for example. So anyway, let's get the next card, and that will be what else there is still for you to learn. What else do you need to learn? So you got the Page of Coins. I find that pretty interesting. I mean, this could literally be a message of you needing to think about finances more. This could literally be a situation where it's all love but nothing else. And so there needs to be a little bit of logic here in this situation. You need to contain your heart and your emotions a little bit just so you can see the practical side of things and say, okay, well, we need money for this house that we want to do. Or since this is the Four of Wands, about a marriage, we need to actually save up for this marriage. We actually need money to be happy. We can't just rely on the emotions themselves, the Knight of Cups. You've learned a lot by doing so, but there is more to learn here with the practical side of things. But this is also just a message about literally the practical side of things, not just money. So this could be that you you're a smooth talker, you're very good at communicating how you feel and getting the right reaction out of people, but actually being there for others, actually intending to help others, or to be, again, more practical, like being able to, do simple things like chores around the house, stuff like that. That is something that you could struggle with, actually being there as a committed partner. And the same if this isn't a romantic reading, this is about being practical for those in your life. It could be friends. It doesn't have to be romantic. So with the Four of Wands, there is this commitment, there's this stability that is being explored, this situation, and the Knight of Cups is proving that you have a lot of it down. I don't want to say you have the superficial things down, as if what you have learned is not as important or less important, but you have learned one side of things. But with the Page of Coins right here, there is a need to learn much more. You have the emotions down. Again, this is the Knight of Cups, so the emotions, you have the emotional side of things down. You're just very direct on how you feel, and that's good, honest communication. But you need to also start understanding and dealing with the practical sides of things in your relationships. And that is your reading, guys. I hope this really helped you. I really do. If you would like to get more specifics on this reading or to book a private session with me one-on-one, you can do so with my email below. Otherwise, if you would like to tip me, you can find my PayPal below. That definitely helps me get new decks and things like that. Otherwise, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that goodness. Please let me know right now. I'm trying to figure it out for the live streaming. Let me know what day this week would work for you personally. Again, I'm kind of thinking, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm thinking Friday or Sunday night or something like that. But anyway, give me a day that you think would work for you. Excuse me. Think of a day that would work for you, and I want to compare that with the answers I get from other people. Just so I can better get an idea of what everyone would be expecting whenever, when the most people can attend. So, because I would like to do my first live stream this week, to fulfill the promise that I definitely made after 50 subscribers. So, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care.